this that new Chanel. Did that split, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah.
Today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, this is Madden NFL 21.
And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
First carry for the 2018 Pro Bowler, James Conner. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, 31 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Let's make no bones about it. On paper, they're the better team. They're at home. That's a strong opening drive.
And just think how many times we've seen this type of a matchup. Just what you said, better team at home. So they buy into it and understand we are the better team. Let's go out and prove it right now.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. His throw incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And 7 yards to go.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Devin Bush in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
typically a blitz. And even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 58 yards. Sometimes the one-handed catches are unnecessary, but he was trying to ward off the defender with the other, so maybe that was just a good play.
So that tells you that not only do they imagine those types of catches,
and caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. 2 first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First down.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just complete. And this is too far behind his man. He missed him. It's incomplete. Here's Kevin Huber now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So they try the fake, not something I was expecting to see on 4th and inches. And maybe that's the genius of it, but it didn't pan out.
I think you're right when we go along with that line of thinking, right? 4th and inches, no one would expect a fake if you're going for it.
And this will be caught at the 30. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory.
Boy, they've definitely come out of the gate smoking here in the first quarter. Whatever they've tried to run has worked. And there's another example right there. Game plan is one thing, but how about his accuracy? It's been exceptional.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry there to make the grab. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Chris Boswell on fourth.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. And it is now 21-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Bernard churning, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower postgame.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again. They've got to be absolutely reeling right now. Couldn't have expected to be down this big, this early. But that's the spot they're in as they come up to try again here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
The ball carrier.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play. Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Punting now is Huber as he sends it away. This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. Looking deep here for Ebron. This is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 53 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it, it's scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
25-yard.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins.
Burrow's pass.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
First down, Bengals.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Eric Ebron, the big tight end, is intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Roethlisberger here finding Johnson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 11 yards there, 1st down. And that pass puts him up over 200 yards already here in the first.
And what it also does is it allows the offensive coordinator to be not selective anymore.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson on the other end of the throw from Ben Roethlisberger. And this offense is running away with this one. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd and short. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that will be incomplete. And that went off the mark, a little late with a throw.
He was covered by Steven Nelson.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Still churning. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 63 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And the Steelers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. This defense porous so far in this. Pittsburgh, it is the Steelers in control of the football. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Roethlisberger. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got a key on because...
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Chris Boswell on
no success on 1st down and couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Or this, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over in your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here.
Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble Covering for a Steelers score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And the route is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown.
The kickoff for Pittsburgh.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant. You've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. This pass complete to Higgins. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The Bengals on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
I'll tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Getting set to go again, Ben Roethlisberger marches onto the field. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Past the 20. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Eric Ebron, 41 yards. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Now it's Wilson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Wilson on the return. The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24.
All right, here now a look at A.J. Green. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays. They need him.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Cameron Hayward picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Burrow hooking up with Higgins for a Bengal first down.
And the Bengals first down.
Jet sweep. Boyd with it. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
4th down.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one may be his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 30, 10, 5, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 95 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them, because when you got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And this carries into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
There's A.J. Green as he gets set to go again on offense. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter, and they're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on him. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you've got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Able to find Higgins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
first down. Here's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Alex Highsmith.
Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Burrow took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On the screen, Bernard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Steelers 70, Bengals nothing.
So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Looking deep here for Ebron. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. 36 yards on the play.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
Roethlisberger will throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Eric Ebron on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone to give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
Boswell good with the extra point. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The return man, Wilson.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard.
Cincinnati set to take over once again.
Yeah, they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 23-yard line.
Now Burrow. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I know that halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. From the gun on third down is Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down.
Stephon Tuitt
in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, yeah, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take the sack. When to just go ahead and go down early and make sure you don't fumble the football. So many things that he has to learn. This game starts the process.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down.
He's just not at his focus in this game. It's not 1 drop. It's not 2. That's 3 for this contest.
Yeah, uncharacteristic for any NFL receiver, and he's no exception. And he rifles one incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that is incomplete.
Chase Claypool, the intended target.
That'll bring up 2nd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And, oh, my goodness, what a catch at the 6. Schuster. A big play. Smith-Schuster on the throw from Big Ben. 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there, partner. I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. That's complete, right around the 8. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and a rout is on here in this first half.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will make it into the end zone.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the 2nd half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Burrows.
Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Buying time to his left. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers.
Burrow on the keeper.
Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there in the drive. Inside the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 36 yards on the play. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
A chance for us again to look at this Pittsburgh defense. And they forced the fumble last time. Now 4 turnovers for this defense. They've been darn good.
It's become a feeding frenzy, hasn't it? I mean, almost like the Sharks. They descend upon their prey. That's what they've done this entire game. 4 takeaways, they preach it, and today they're living it.
Well, when you have that many, you probably think, all right, well, we'll just get another one now, right?
That's how it works. Everyone feels like, if I didn't get one, I'm doing something wrong.
And now the throw hauled in by Green.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Burrow's pass.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more.
Now Burrow loses the football. But I think a Bengal player was able to get in there. He was. And they'll keep possession of the football.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down. Looking deep here for Ebron. It's caught inside the 25. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 48 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. The quick slant caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown. And this offense is running away with this one.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury, and it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run, and he finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
On second down, Burrow throwing middle, but it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and it's third down.
Joe Hayden on the coverage.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Steps away to his left. Burrow on his toes that time as they get the first down.
A gain of 21 yards.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big time play.
Mixon with a first down carry. And, boy, this defense, again, really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20.
Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And nobody in the stadium feels better than he does right now. Just a slew of touchdown passes. He's been spectacular.
And you and I both know this is a team game, one of the best team games that's out there.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Steelers, 33 yards that time.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
Looking deep here for Ebron. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chase Claypool, 47 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. The fly route works for the TD grab.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the screen.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
At the 20.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Gain of 15.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not.
Now Burrow loses the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. There's a short one caught by Uzama. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
After what they've faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion. It certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession's going to go over with a football at the 20-yard line. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd down.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Bernard getting the handoff from Burrow. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal team. Bengals gain a bit of respectability.
Lining up for the point.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Bullock good on the extra point. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the 3rd quarter. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 42 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete. A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers offense, they continue to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Now this will make it into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Ben Roethlisberger with a touchdown pass to Juju Smith-Schuster. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Well, left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Back now in Pittsburgh. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And he is going to have a Bengals first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
5-yard gain on the play.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
T. Higgins is the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down. Again, it's Burrow. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Recovered by the...
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the... And this is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Steelers. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Chris Boswell on for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Good.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. Cincinnati set to take over once again.
And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
First down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's got his big tight end here. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's not good enough, man.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
And Burrow going to throw again. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Steelers.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he pulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And it's for pride now, but the Bengals get a bit closer.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Roethlisberger throwing complete to McDonald. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Another Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron there to make the grab as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'd probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Green's got it over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Here's Burrow. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Burrow will throw. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Steven Nelson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Eric Ebron, 40 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown.
Well, they just continue to roll. And, Charles, for you and I, we want the close games, but for them, it has to be so nice to enjoy this big cushion.
I can't remember the last time we saw them play this loose and have this much fun. I think they'd love to be able to capture this game, carry it with them from week to week, and be able to execute like this in all the rest of their games.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line.
And he'll throw right away.
On the screen, Bernard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Giovanni Bernard, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
Now it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Here again comes Juju Smith-Schuster and the Steelers. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
Oh, no.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And he finds McDonald. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards on the play. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. And Vance McDonald there to make the grab. And this Steelers offense is running away with this one.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left, and their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. The Bengals set to take over. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd.
Burrow's pass.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th, it doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Ebron caught left side.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. The quick slant caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. The 40. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. To the air again, Burrow. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point up and good by Bullock as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
This one fielded at the 5. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Ebron with it over the middle. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
fielded near the back of the end zone. And Wilson is perfectly content to bring this out to the 25, a touchback. First down, here's Burrow. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep.
It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different